I'm George Etiben, the CEO of Yoda's Consultants Limited. We are basically a sports equipment facilities company. Past 10 years. In the country, ups and downs, but the encouragement of the Vice Chancellor, Professor Gundikwe, and Professor Woyinfa, and the rest of the people in the sports unit, and the entire management of the University of Lagos, we are putting our best, we are doing our best. Encouragement, trying to make funds available, and all that. Trying to play their part. We as a company too, delivering world-class facilities that will meet the standard of events like the Nigerian universities. We are putting our best as well. So at par, we are good to go. The university on one part and Builders Consultant on the other part. Right, we have the tartan tracks. We have the football pitch, we have volleyball courts, we have the basketball courts, we have the tennis courts, we have the handball courts. In science, which sports is one of them, we have sports science, reviews and researches are being done to improve the general standard of the game and the facilities therein too. So we didn't meet the automatic sprinkler system when we were offered the job. We had to introduce the automatic sprinkler system. We introduced a higher grade of the football grass, so the hybrid Bermuda grass, considering the fact that the grass has to withstand all weather, be it in the rains, be it during the dry season. And you may be interested to know, we started the project on the 1st of November during the cold dry season, and we got green as it is today. Another point of it is that we planted on 100% sharp sand, sea sharp sand. People will be wondering how grass will grow on sharp sand. That's the research, that is the improvement of what we had before, that is different from what we have now in sports constructions and sports facilities. Yeah. The company opened the pitch to the host university, the University of Lagos, just this last Monday, for the footballers to get acquainted, to acclimatize, to get used to the new pitch. So they are good to go. The pitch is 3 months. Basically, it would have taken 6 months or thereabout to do a pitch, but just had to double up our efforts and then make sure that the football field is ready, considering the fact that Nduga Games is next week. As of today, an affirmative yes. Yeah, the basketball courts are ready as it stands today. You are very right to say 90%. Basically, what is left is the branding of the companies that sponsored the project. The surface is ready, the uprights are there, all the facilities are there to be used. The branding of the companies, like I said earlier on, that sponsored the project is what we are doing now. and it won't take more than 2 days. You could see the first 2 basketball courts was sponsored by Post Assurance Brokers Limited, and then the last one by Alpha Morgan Capital. So we are trying to brand them. We are trying to showcase them. They look, you have to appreciate these companies. They came to help. They came to assist Unilag. They came to, like, I got to know from the Vice Chancellor, Professor Ogundikwe, that the Post Assurance Brokers Limited happens to be an alumnus of the University of Lagos. Yeah, nobody has monopoly of knowledge in anything that one does. So, in order for questions, unnecessary questions to be raised, like I said, we had to invite the national officials. Like for the volleyball, we brought in the volleyball coach, and the other technical officials to help us basically in the dimensions and the new rules that governs each association. So as it stands today, volleyball were very lucky. They happened to be the first that their courts were completed. And we opened the doors for them to start training, both male and the female. And that I have to equally point out that the basketball court, one of them was sponsored by a former lecturer here, now the General Overseer of Redeemed Christian Church of God, Pastor E.A. Adiboye. So the volleyball court standard far up better than what it was before, far better than what we met as attested to by both the officials and the athletes that have used it for now. A few hitches that it isn't unsurmountable. We believe God very strongly that before the games, the tracks should be available. The handball court are 2 handball courts, male and female. One of the courts is being sponsored by Stanbic IBTC Bank, 80% completed. What is remaining is just the final surfacing and the marking of the dimensions. The facilities are there, the goalposts have been acquired, the net and all. The fence has been made, everything is ready. Like I earlier said, it's just the final surface preparation and the marking of the dimension. And we had 4 undersized tennis courts. We had to collapse them to make 3 standard courts that can do single games and double games. And it's being sponsored by the Honorable Speaker, Federal House of Reps, Honorable Femi Ojegamila. It's ongoing, and by Monday, by the grace of God, next week, Monday, the tennis shop should be ready. Basically nothing. In every business, you can avoid some hitches, some hiccups, and for you to be able to have a way around it is what makes you show capacity. So when such situation arises, when such situation shows up, your ability to handle it the way it should be is what matters, not what disadvantage you make out or what excuses you make out of what is showing up. Your ability, you're being able to handle the hiccups, being able to handle whatever kind of setback is what matters. But for University of Lagos, I gave Professor Ogundikwe, the VC, the Vice Chancellor, my word that we won't disappoint no matter what. And that's what we basically are doing. The company has its slogan that we like to autograph our work and our services with excellence. So whatever hiccups, whatever situation comes up, we make sure that in the end, we come up with something standard. That's the only way we imprint our name in the sports industry. All right, we know just like you said, we know the Nigerian factor, maintenance. I will start from the football pitch and then I will generalize all this. You need groundsmen for constant weeding. Don't forget, it's a natural grass. The grass will be competing with weeds. We need groundsmen. Constant weeding, fine. We have automatic sprinklers. So basically, constant weeding. So we need groundsmen. The university needs to employ groundsmen and then other workers to take or handle the other facilities that we have here. In a nutshell, if I should advise, better still, there could be a kind of an MOU with a facility company, with the University of Lagos to handle and run the place for them, just to keep the facilities the way they are today, because it's going to be an attraction to the whole world. It's going to be an attraction to the country. Games will be coming here. Competitions will be held here because the facilities are good, because the facilities are standard. But if you leave them to rot, nobody will come.